Hi guys, Choice on Reactions, and in this video I'm going to react to episode 2 of season 3 of Once Upon a Time. Let's get into it.
You know what to do. Hide it where no one can find it. Not even me.
Is everyone going to have a creepy shadow now?
Pan is the most treacherous villain I've ever faced. Tell me something, love. In these stories, what was I like? Other than a villain. Handsome, I gather.
If waxed mustaches and perms are your thing.
I take it by your tone, perms are bad.
Regina's right. Henry's out there somewhere.
Antoka's right. We have to survive if we're going to get him.
I know. I just hope we're not too late.
After everything your father and I have been through, there's one thing we've learned. It is never too late.
Careful! If you drop me, I'll make sure you have 14 years bad luck.
Yikes.
Hey, Walker?
Indeed. True love's kiss apparently can break any curse.
She's terrorized us for far too long. This kingdom doesn't belong to her, it belongs to us.
Yeah!
So who is ready to stand beside me and fight for what's rightfully ours?
Yeah. How about no?
Consider it an engagement present.
Snow, don't listen to a single word.
You
Hey.
really gonna marry that? What do you
Dad, do you have eyes?
I want you to give up your claim to the throne. If you declare me the rightful ruler of this land, I will let you, the dwarves, and your so-called prince escape back to the sheep farm he once called home.
Made her stop.
Next time, she won't be. You have until sundown tomorrow to give up the throne. And for every day that you defy me, I will kill one of your loyal subjects.
It's blank.
You'll only be able to read that map when you stop denying who you really are.
You want to add her to the collection as well? Great.
You got a better idea?
Magic. If
Is
there's
that
a lock
always
on
your
there, I'll
answer,
find a way around
Magic?
it.
Pan said it had to be me.
I'd listen to Emma, love. Breaking Pan's rules would be unwise.
Sadly, I agree with the pirate.
I'm winning you over, I can feel it.
And your magic doesn't exactly have a gentle touch, Regina.
You can't let her get into your head.
She has a point.
I'm no queen. I'm no leader. I'm just a girl who lost her parents, ran away into the woods, and became a bandit.
You're Snow White.
Yes, and the truth is, I don't even know who that is.
Yo, I know this is not important, but I have a question. Has he changed his hair in comparison to the previous season, or is it just me? Like, whenever I'm seeing him now, also the previous episode, I was like, is there something changed with his hair? I know it's not important, but I don't know. Give me a break.
Show yourself.
Oh!
It doesn't belong to you, dearie.
Yeah, that's not her. That's not her, Bumble. That's obviously a fake one.
Storybook safe, we all are.
How do I know? These aren't just lies meant to lead me astray. How do I know Pan didn't conjure up a vision of you?
He didn't. You did. The question is why?
Ruling the kingdom ain't all it's cracked up to be. Just ask your dear old brother. Oh, wait. He died. You see my point?
No. I didn't come here to take no for an answer. Now you must have something you always do. Just name your price.
What have you done, Charming?
He told me of a legend. A magical weapon, one that can help you reclaim your kingdom.
Oh, that Excalibur.
Unless it can guarantee more lives won't be lost. I'm not interested.
The weapon's only a half day's ride from here. You can be there before sundown.
Come on, you don't need to be embarrassed to say it.
Say what?
The S word. I'm the savior.
I think you need to say it with more
I said I'm the savior. There's nothing
intensity.
I've denied more than that. hell are you doing?
A locator spell. This parchment belonged to Pan.
For crying out loud.
You are holding back.
I'm not.
You are.
Val!
What is it you're not saying?
I'm a coward. I'm just like my father.
You feel better now, don't you?
The boy needn't be my undoing.
You're afraid you'll make the selfish choice.
I generally do.
You abandoned your son Balefire and regretted it your whole life. You don't need to do the same to Henry. Letting go of the past, that's the first step.
Why did I hear a tiny scream in my head while I was seeing it fall?
Actually, yeah.
So why is it here?
It's beautiful.
Well, the legend states only the kingdom's true ruler possesses the strength to free the blade.
I've never ruled anything.
Not yet. Go on. You see?
Okay, this is all epic and all that, but I mean, I don't want to offend Snow, but I'm very much doubting that's like the real Excalibur. Right? Like, I'm really not liking the fact that it seems that Charmy and Rumpelstiltskin lied about this Excalibur thingy just to falsely make her believe that she is indeed, you know, White Ruler. And I mean, I do think she's the White Ruler, duh, but this is definitely some kind of setup, and I'm a little bit nervous about what happened if Snow would, you know, realize this or found out about this. Not so sure, you know. We'll see how this will further develop. We'll see.
Is that?
That's not Henry.
Henry!
That's not him.
Hi, Emma.
Where the hell is Henry?
You broke the rules. That's not fair.
David!
Not for long.
Where's Henry? Where are they? Emma, are you alright? Let him
Oh! What did you cut? Oh!
This is my kingdom, and I will fight for it.
You sure you don't want me to take a look at that?
I was lucky my jacket wasn't. Don't worry about it.
I still want to
We
see
have
it
bigger
though.
issues.
You're not hiding some kind of poison stuff, right?
Don't let him shake your confidence. We've all had moments where we thought we couldn't prevail.
She's right.
Guys, not now. Please.
Emma, wait.
That look in his eyes. The despair. I had it back when I was in the foster system. Just a lost little girl who didn't matter. I didn't think she ever would. I just feel like what I've always been. An orphan. Look. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's the truth. You were an orphan. It's my job to change that.
Everyone knows it's in Camelot.
But it's not. I possess it now.
If that were Excalibur, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Eek, eek, eek.
Swords are fake, dearie.
You took me on an adventure to find a magical sword because...
You needed to believe in something I already knew.
So when I stood up to Regina...
You did that on your own. You had it inside you the entire time. You just needed some help to realize that.
But you didn't.
Just who are you, Swan?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Perhaps I would.
I think you have a pretty good understanding of her, Hook. How many times? How many copies? So you aren't really ready to let go, huh?
When we're finished, you won't just feel like an orphan. You'll be one.
Boy? Come here, let me give you a slap. And it's poison, great. For crying out loud, Charming. I don't allow you to die. You're not allowed to die. Oh, we're gonna end like that. Oh, okay. You are not allowed to die, so you won't die. I have these powers, okay. Alright, that was the second episode of season 3 of Once Upon a Time, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm really enjoying this storyline of Peter Pan, even though it's quite disturbing, but I like where they're going with it, and I'm still on the edge of my seat. So again, you know, great start of the season. We started off with seeing the shadow version of Rumple, no thanks, with red glowing eyes, but it was a smart way of Rumple to hide the dagger, you know, without knowing himself, without knowing the location himself. So even if someone does have a way to make, you know, him say, or, you know, that they can hear whatever they want to hear from him, he can't even tell them the location of the dagger because he doesn't know himself. We also got to see some past scenes again with Snow and Charming. And of course Regina, you know, Regina, our fabulous evil self. We saw in the, what first? I don't know. Anyways, we've seen indeed before that they were planning on taking over the kingdom, but now we got to see that Snow did have her doubts because, you know, it was definitely not going to be easy, and Regina was threatening to kill a lot of people, you know, unless Snow would give up her title and would just, you know, be exiled, but at least be able to live for Charming and the dwarfs and so on. Even if Snow would have taken that, you know, proposal, if she would have taken, if she would have accepted that, yeah, I definitely don't think Regina would have kept her the end of the bargain. We have seen from time to time again, Regina has a tendency to betray, you know, people. So I don't think, you know, I don't think so. I do think she would have eventually, I mean, if she would have seen that Snow is happy living in exile, even if it was like a little bit of happiness, she would have done something against it. But I was surprised actually that Snow wasn't immediately like, you know, we're gonna stop you. She was having huge doubts, and she was like, you know, maybe living in exile is good enough. At least we have a life. I'm a little bit surprised that Snow was, you know, gave up so easily. But thanks to Charming's plan, she did end up believing that she is the one who should be the ruler, the true ruler, and she was able to fight Regina off, at least for the time being. I have to say, I wasn't too happy with, you know, Charming lying towards Snow, because their whole relationship is basically based around transparency and being honest to each other. So I wasn't really a big fan of him lying about Excalibur, but it does kind of fit the whole, you know, like Wimple said, I believe in this episode, that like, hey, there's no magic to make someone believe. It's the other way around, you know, you have to believe, and that creates magic. In this case, making Snow believe that she is the true ruler actually made her the true ruler. So I do like that. I'm just not so sure about the lying. But hey, Snow, I guess, wasn't too bothered after all, and it worked for them. And, you know, it was kind of a time-pressing matter, so I can understand that Charming did get a little bit desperate and needed something fast. Because if he had to do it in a more traditional way, maybe it would have taken too long, and they will already be in exile and all of that. Also, Wimple, he brought some kind of Belle version, whatever, brought Belle to the island, this version of Belle kind of scared me. I thought she was more scary than Lacey. But he needs to let go, I guess, of the loss of his father. You know, his father who was also a coward. You know, left him, and he did give him some kind of doll. I was wondering like what's up with the doll. You know, the last episode. But now we know that it's a doll that he got from his father, and Belle said that, you know, he had to be able to let it go, and he let it literally go. You know, it fell, but it wasn't good enough, I guess, because as we saw, it fell back from the sky, and then after that he burned it and, you know, and pressed it deeper into the sand. Yet again, another one showed up, and now he is holding it with him. So, not sure how that is going to continue. You know, I kind of wish that Rumpelstiltskin was working together with the rest of them instead of being on his own. But we'll see how that will further continue. Of course, also scene that was definitely the most touching scene, but in a very sad way, is that eventually Emma did end up being able to, I guess, realize who, you know, say out loud her feelings, working through her feelings, and that is that she does feel, you know, she still feels like an orphan, and when she couldn't, you know, fight against that little boy or had to stop, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't just because, oh, he's a boy, it's because she saw herself in him, and she reminded, you know, her time in the foster care and how hopeless and she felt and how much despair she felt, and she realized, you know, she still feels that her parents aren't there. She still feels like that abandoned, I guess, lost girl. But that scene, you know, acting is usually very good in the show, but that scene was, in my opinion, extremely good. I wish I could, you know, take that pain away from Emma, but yeah, I think this is gonna stay for a while. I don't think we can just solve this. So yeah, I'm worried about that, but at least she could open up towards Snow, towards her mom. But man, pain. I wanted to say that Pan is such a pain instead of that pain. Okay, sorry. Pan is such a pain. I'm not sure how serious I should take his threat. He's like, oh, you're not good. You're not just gonna end up feeling like an orphan. You're gonna be an orphan. And also that, you know, Henry still feels resentment against Emma, and that, you know, if he's done with Henry, then he's going to be totally done with Emma as well. I'm not sure. I really wish you could see what the heck he's doing with Henry. I have no idea. But you know, for watching a show, if I'm watching a show, I do want to believe in good. I do want to believe that, you know, good will save the day. You know, we'll get there. We'll get there, and let's try to be positive. Yeah, I guess that those are the main points. So I'm excited for next week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.